So here's the question. If you were to advise a client with a moderate budget, say, which one would be the most affordable, and then which of these materials would be mostly on the high end, or maybe there are 2 or 3 that are on a high end and 2 or 3 that are most available. But I want you to keep being kind of cautious, and as you talk about the price, talk about the timelessness, because if the product is cheap and it's not going to last 5 years, then, for example, I can't offer it to my clients. Correct. Because when I have a family, right, and they want to stay in a house for 20 years, they still want to save money, but they want that product to be timeless for 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And so when they're ready to sell, they just patch and paint the walls, and then everything is designed, and they call the realtor.
So I think it all boils down to the client's inspiration of what they want at the end of the day, because they're going to live in that kitchen per se, you know, and they have to like it. Okay. Timeless, I think in the natural stone, it's always going to be a timeless, no matter what, because it's always going to be there. They're always going to be available, no matter what. The porcelain and the quartz are man-made stones. I believe that if you go to the quartz, you want to choose something that looks realistic. Okay. Me personally, I would not put this in my house because it doesn't look for real. It looks more of a kindergarten scribbles. Sorry.
Okay.
This looks more natural, more organic. And I think I would use something more like this than something like this. So
but
this could be a timeless countertop compared to
this one.
Okay, because this is very dramatic. And if you're trying to sell your apartment and the first thing you see is like big black countertops with just the veins there, it just...
So because, like you said, it's a form of preference, people have to be mindful that if I'm a 35-year-old bachelor and then I want a, black countertop like this, I know that I'm going to move out. I don't really care if it's going to be there in 20 years. But if you are building a house for your family and you plan, to have children and grandchildren, then you have to be more conscious of what is trending right now versus what's going to go.
Exactly.
Right?